This is the Iowa Weather Report for Thursday, July the 3rd, 2014. And now our first look at this year's EGFS model run. At 1 p.m. this afternoon, we still have a northwesterly flow across the state in the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes with the trough axis off to our east. You can see what looks to be Arthur moving up the Carolina coast. It could be a hurricane at this point as it's going to graze the Outer Banks of North Carolina and then zip north and eastward toward the Canadian Maritimes. Around here, sunny, highs warmer than yesterday, would be in the 70s to near 80. The winds turn southerly here on the 4th of July. That should bring temperatures into the upper 70s to lower to middle 80s. You can see Arthur off the mid-Atlantic coast, somewhere east of Ocean City, Maryland at that point. That then heads into the Canadian Maritimes. And then a storm system comes in late Friday night after fireworks time, more than likely. You could see isolated activity during the afternoon Friday. Saturday looks like some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Could see overnight precipitation. Sunday, we could see storms in the morning and then pop-up activity in the afternoon once again, with readings likely in the 80s across the state. The humidity will be increasing once more. Monday, the GFS is a little bit pessimistic with some showers and storms around. We can't really rule out the activity. It'd be about maybe a 20 to 30% crack at that, but some places may get by with no precipitation. Tuesday, the precipitation increases once again as moisture levels increase. Temperatures still in the 80s, dew points in the 60s to near 70. Could see heavy rainfall throughout this period. Wednesday, it looks like the system will be far enough to the southeast. We should see some drier air at that point, but this will only be a short break. Highs back into the lower 80s, maybe middle 80s, depending on the amount of sunshine around. You can still see here by next Thursday pretty much a zonal pattern, a bit of a weakness over the panhandle. A ridge beginning to take shape over the south and west, and this is going to be something we're going to have to watch in the extended period. But back to next Thursday, you can see showers and thunderstorms will be creeping back into the state once again, and any of these storms could bring heavy rainfall. Severe weather is possible, but it's not determined at this point. Speaking of the extended period, this is July the 14th, a 594 ridge over the plains into Iowa and back into the Intermountain West around Utah and Colorado. Main storm track along the U.S.-Canadian border. This would keep most of the precipitation up there. Can't rule out an isolated afternoon storm. There'll be very isolated highs. If this were to occur, would likely be in the 90s if this is to be correct. At the end of the forecast on July the 18th, we still have a ridge from the state south and eastward. Main storm track along the west coast and up into Canada and then across the northeast. Big upper level feature move off the west coast. And we still can't rule out an isolated shower or storm in the afternoon with the heat of the day, but still with the ridge around, still could see highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s if this is to be correct. Satellite image from last evening, we had some low-level clouds that were over the state yesterday. They were moving off to the east. Some showers and storms along the mid-Atlantic down into the south and east beginning to dissipate. And you can see what was Tropical Storm Arthur off the Georgia coast. You can see that with the watch warning map from last evening. Tropical storm and hurricane warnings up the coast. Hurricane warnings mainly along the Outer Banks. Back across the rest of the country, some river flood warnings around here and excessive heat in the southwest. QPF chart precipitation over the next 5 days through Monday evening at 7 o'clock, showing a lot of rain with Arthur as it moves up the coast. Around here, we could see rain amounts between about a quarter to maybe 3/4 of an inch, but many areas could get more than that.